Yeah, you know what? I think it's just easier if I get 2 of the photo tickets first, because I feel like these cops are just gonna keep fucking me. And that's basically what they've done to me this many times already. And yes, I am starting off this episode by fucking saying that, because that is what they've done to me. Every single time I have tried to avoid them, they have always killed me. So at this point, I honestly don't know if I should even care about how the fucking results go. And yes, I have tweaked my supercharger and my nitrous up to maximum, because I really want to get these photo tickets, and I need to make damn sure that these fucking photo tickets are mine. I just don't care anymore. I want to get these fucking photo tickets, regardless of the cost. I honestly do feel like I'm literally just walking on a tightrope with ice at this point. That's honestly how I think this feels. Well, at least I got it this time around. And now there is just one to go. Where is my last one? I don't know. It's all the way down there. You know what? I'm just gonna head down there right before the cops show up. I'm just gonna do myself a favour and head straight down there. And make sure that I give myself the run to do it. Otherwise, I am going to be fucked. And right before cops get involved, because I know they will try to fucking murder me, I'm going to save the game, so they do not try and fucking murder me. Anyway, my mood probably doesn't matter. I got the first 2, now I have to get the 3rd one. And make sure that if cops do show up, I make sure to give it to them. Because once they show up, they will no doubt try and fucking murder me, because that is what they've done to me too many times before. And I've honestly had enough of it. I want to actually be on the winning end this time. Hey, it's one of my lucky numbers. 176. Okay. Now that's the speed tickets done. Now we have to get on with the pursuits. Again, I am sorry if I started this episode off on a sour note, but that's because, well, the cops in this game, they play it smart. They play it brainiac levels of smart, with the higher heat levels. And up to this point, they have already busted me 4 times, and on 3 of those occasions, I used a marker in terms of my failed attempts. So this next one, it's probably going to be no different. But you know what? I'm just going to get on with it and see how long it takes for me to pass. And then once I am done, we can actually get on with racing Ronnie.
Dispatch, Delta 9? Yeah, I'm waiting on a 2829K, but I'm gonna pull over. Suspect vehicle is a green Viper. Speed's way over posted limit.
And I will definitely have to make sure that I do some remodeling to this thing before racing it again. I honestly reckon that's what the case is going to be. Where the fuck are you going?
I need a quadrant. Vehicle lost. Repeat. Vehicle lost.
I have no idea what it is you're doing. Oh yeah, by the way, I did also put this thing up to maximum power on both the nitrous and the supercharger, just in case. Just to give you an idea of what it is I do. Oh, looks like this one is going to be resulting in a cooldown. And it doesn't look like this is going to work. Okay, that one didn't work. Okay, let's try that again. But let's actually make sure we stay on the same road. Yeah, I think it's time for me to change a few things on this car. That is by taking off the body mods I have on this thing. Because, quite honestly, these body mods are not really helping me. So it's probably best for me to just strip this thing of the modifications it has. So then the heat level will go down, and then hopefully this will manage to work. So I'm just going to take all the body mods off, because I don't really see any other way of this actually succeeding. And before we do anything else in what is basically this absolute fucking mess of a pursuit, I'm going to save the game. So in case if anything else very bad happens, like it has been doing pretty much every time I have tried this, I at least do not have to worry about having to remove most of the modifications this car has.
Dispatch, Delta 18. 1096 for the party details when you're ready. Suspect is driving a green Viper, moving way above posted limit. Dispatch, I am 1087 requesting additional units.
Copy, Delta 18. I've got ground units clearing up and en route.
I always seem to miss this route for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why they always miss that route. It's like they're almost blind-eyed to that one route or something. I honestly couldn't tell you why that's the case.
It doesn't look like this guy's got to stop. I'm gonna try to ease him over deploying 1059. Four's not gonna do it, guys. We need to get a 1073 started.
Okay.
We need to calm this guy down. Can you advise if we're clear to fall back? The pressure's making him cause a lot of damage. I need that roadblock.
It'd be really nice if I could get some more of these.
Just blew by. I'm on him. PCMVA. We lost the unit. At 1042, I got him. We need to change it up.
Okay.
Why don't you just drop back with my call? Still mobile. Look out, he's right on the brakes.
That's now 3 vehicles I have traded paint with.
Dispatch, 1038, Richard just took out another car.
Actually, I took out a van, but whatever. I really am starting to wonder if this is going to take me a few days to actually reach the target I need to reach. Because sometimes I really do wonder if that's what it's going to take. for me to just get my scores to be raised. Yeah, in your dreams. If you're wanting to stop me, you're gonna have to do it physically.
Roger that, Charlie 14.
Even though you've already done that to me
I've got
enough
ground units
times.
clearing up and en route.
I'm outside and I'm trying to catch you up. Careful, I got him. Bring it in. I want to take him with a 10-65
I honestly
before the thing
hope
gets
at this
out of hand.
point that I do manage to get something done this time around. If that's in any way possible.
Okay, now hit him, now.
Because I feel like these cops now, they're just becoming so subversive. I feel like they're just becoming so subversive that it's almost becoming impossible for me to judge if my tactics are actually working,
Can you advise on your situation?
or if they're just seeming to continually fail. At this point, I think they are continually failing. But yet I am somehow managing to squeeze in my lucky escapes.
This is Bravo 27. We've got a roadblock just ahead of your suspect. Bring him in. Driver punched through the block.
Dispatch, I'm gonna need some more backup. Driver's giving us a lot of trouble.
Hang on, I got multiple units closing on your 20. You should see them any second.
I need more backup. He took out my cover units.
And there's another roadblock here. And there is a sawhorse right there. And I get through. I can certainly say this is becoming more and more. I can certainly say this feels like it's becoming more and more ridiculous by the day.
He's through the block. You got it. Shut him down.
Yeah, there isn't no way we're squeezing through there.
Stop. I'm back on him.
Even if I wanted to, it wouldn't have been possible. Plus, I think what's going to be even harder is for me to top the rap sheets in all areas. I think that's probably going to be my
1033, I'm
hardest objective,
Get more units on this.
quite honestly.
Echo 13. Detailing units now.
Heads up now. We're gonna force him over the side.
Especially since it has taken me less than 6 minutes to get halfway through this. So, if you thought for sure this pursuit was over, I highly suggest you think again,
24. On scene.
because this is only just getting started. The way things currently seem to be going. I think that was a double. I think that was a double pin trade I just gave there. At least it felt like it. Okay.
Heads up, 1067 on the
And there's going to be another one up ahead. And that does include spike strips. And right before they trap me, yeah, I may have to use the pursuit breaker now. And this is probably a good time to do so. The way I see things.
Just go by. I'm on him.
Okay.
PC down. I've got smoke.
I still have not met any of my objectives yet, which kind of sucks. Oh, there's a roadblock up ahead.
Call, be advised. This party was last seen eastbound
Hopefully this
to the Valley
will not
Interchange.
trick me.
Containment to be set up at 10-block radius.
Hopefully this will not have trickery. Okay, it's just the sawhorses this time. And no spike strips. So I get through. And that is another pursuit breaker I have used. Okay, and now I have to make sure I get this right. Okay. Alright, we're up to 24 now. So we still need another 8 if we can get there.
We got a priority call another district that's using our unit. I'm gonna get you something ASAP.
So just gotta make sure they stay with me. And hopefully we can get this one to actually go somewhere. I hope. Wait, did that actually count as trading paint? I'm not sure if it did or didn't. It probably didn't.
Stay with him. We got a visual on your cover.
But
Any second.
at least I am still trying. Okay, the pursuit has gone on for 8 minutes. That's one of the first ones I was needing to do anyway. The other one, however, well, that remains a mystery. Aside from making my way through roadblocks. Okay, I will not be deceived this time around by any invisible... I will not be deceived by any invisible... Okay.
Dispatch. I'm pretty banged up here. Repeat,
At least I have one of them.
banged up, unit down. Looks like I lost him. Let's get units on my point set up containment.
Okay, you know what? I'm actually going to make sure... I'm actually going to make sure I get to a cooldown spot now. I got the first of my objectives at least.
This is Bravo 27 requesting 1085. I am the only one in this quadrant. Repeat, I am the only one in this quadrant. Bravo 27.
I don't think there's going to be any of them near a cooldown spot, so I'm just going to head over here and do the smart thing, which is actually try to hide myself from the feds. I have just decided that's what I want to do now. I got one of them done at least, so yeah. I will get through the other ones in a minute, but right now I just got the first of my milestones achieved, and it took me nearly half an hour to get there.
Yeah, it's Ronnie. Look, I don't care what they say about you. I'm gonna wipe you all over the road. I'm ready when you are, punk.
Whatever you say, punk. Okay, so before we continue with our milestones, I'm going to save the game again, because this is what I think should be done so my progress is not impeded before we go after the feds again. Then afterwards, I will probably... Oh, I did not mean to press on that. And then afterwards, we will probably be racing Ronnie. So we got our 2 time pursuit... So we got our 2 pursuit length milestones. But the other thing we need to do is to make sure that we get those of the bounty points. Yeah, if my 2 screens weren't on mute right now, I would probably be fuming. But because I really don't want to be fuming at this point of the video, I just figured it was easier for me to just not get sidetracked with the very annoying sound effects. I know I may not be able to hear them on screen, but the truth is, I simply don't care anymore. I just want to fucking beat him. Get the paint traded I need to paint. Get the paint traded that I need to... Get the paint traded that I need to trade. And then just get the fuck out of here. That's all I want to do. I have pretty much been at this now for long enough. And I want this asshole to be beaten. I don't fucking care what happens anymore. I just want to get those bounty points, and then just get the fuck out of Dodge. That's what I want to do. As in, just quite literally get the fuck out of here, and make it so I will actually succeed with this. Which I know is one thing that I have struggled immensely to do. Especially since there is a chopper overhead. Which means that makes this even harder. But I am still convinced in saying I can get this to work. Amidst all the strife that this one event has put me through, I do still feel like there is hope. And I still think I can get there because I have been through worse. I've even played worse than what I have done here. So I am convinced in saying we are not finished yet. As that is now 10 police vehicles I have traded paint with. And that now puts me up to 11. And we've got another roadblock. And spike strip on that side. And that now puts me up to 12. I know what it is I have to do, I just have to make sure I don't fail this time. Somehow. Which is obviously harder than it looks. And no spike strips there, thankfully. And I am now just one away from halfway. Right before those SUVs showed up. And now I am halfway. Which means defensively, this is not going to be easy. But offensively, I think I do have some speed. At least enough of it to... At least enough to try and make sure that I do get something done this time. And we've got another roadblock up ahead with a spike strip. And right before I go that way, I dip the other direction. I will make sure to have my revenge. And what do you know? Just outside the police station. However, I do manage to get out. Or almost. Okay, now I'm out. Haha! Take that, you bastards. Okay, that's now 21. So still moving along. And that Corvette is in the pillar. And got two right here. I'm gonna go straight through one of them at least. That's what I do. And now, all that's left is for us to get through the rest of these. And got another one straight up ahead as I run into one of them. Nitrous full, I hit the gas, and now I need to keep moving. Can I get this one to work? I will probably speed this up, because I honestly don't care about how long it takes anymore. I just want to at least showcase an attempt where I got it done. Also, if you're asking why I whispered okay in the background, well, that was basically the fact that I noticed someone calling me through the door and needing me somewhere. I don't know if that was a spike strip or not, but I'm so glad I avoided it, whatever it was. If that was a spike strip I avoided, I am honestly grateful. And that was a pursuit breaker I missed. And right before they come after me, I will head back up this way and try again with that pursuit breaker. And by this time, I get it to work. And now, all that's left is to get through our final four, which is ironic. So, yeah. Can we survive this? I certainly hope we can. Okay, we're still moving, all good. And that's now the trading paint milestone beaten. And now I have to figure out how to get on out of here. Because I know they're not going to lose me for long. Even if they have done. They have not lost me yet. I need a cooldown spot and I need it now. And they've seen me. Okay. That's not going to work. However, I can head onto the football field and try seeing if that works. Okay. Anyone gonna spot me here? It's gonna be close, but I wonder if I might just get lucky. This could be interesting. Am I gonna make it? Please say I'll make it. Before SUVs come in here. I'm gonna stay parked right here in the football stadium. Is he coming through? Nope, he's not coming through. Okay, I think I'm free. I think I might have actually done it this time. Okay, it's going up slowly, but no one has spotted me in the football stadium, so I think we should be good. Because I'm pretty sure I can see those two end zones. This is definitely a football stadium. I'm sure it is. An American football stadium, if you're asking. Okay. We've done it. Finally. That took me way too many tries to beat. just to get those last 2 milestones. That was a pain in my ass, let me tell you. Anyway, so we damaged 32 police vehicles, immobilized 15 of them, we dodged 7 spike strips along with 10 roadblocks, we got over 181,000 credits in damage, or less than 182,000 I should say, and we've got 6 unserved infractions. Those are the infractions, and now that we have actually done everything we're supposed to do, we can now go and race Ronnie, as our bounty is now up to less than 8 million. And before we do anything else, I of course have to save the game, because this needs to happen. So we're 80% complete now, as I save the game so I don't have to go through the very painful process of just getting all that bounty the way I did before. So, yeah, okay. And now, I will be right back. Okay, we are back. And what that also means is, I have got to put some body modifications back on this car again, because, well, I am all the way back up to heat level 5, which means I have got to put on some body modifications now to bring that back down again. Also because, well, as you might have guessed, I will technically be racing the Dodge Viper next time out, whilst also making sure that I get some time with the... whilst also making sure that I do get some racing mileage under my belt with the Aston Martin DB9 that I desperately hope to win. So, since we stripped our car of modifications before, we are now going to put the modifications back on this thing again. Except for saying that it will come with a twist. I think to start with, I'm going to put this on because, well, as you can see on the front, the Dodge badge is, well, enormous. And because I already used Bodykit 3, I'm going to say fuck it and use Bodykit 4, which should bring my heat level down a considerable bunch. Huh, they have a spoiler called Viper. You know what, just for the name, I am going to fit Viper. Is there a carbon spoiler for this? Oh, this is not the one. Although Venom might do it. No, not that one. And yes, there is. There is a carbon version of the Viper spoiler. And now, I will change the stock rims. Oh yeah, I never said cue the music. Well, I'll probably do that in a minute. Let's change to low and hot. Oh, those are the only ones. Okay, let's switch over to Volk. Yeah, this'll work. And we'll put that down to... yeah, 18 inches, that should do it. And now, onto the hood. And because I will be changing the... vinyl, I will technically be taking off the hood. And as for the roof scoop, I'll go with northeast. So, those are my body modifications. Already got the performance on. Now, we will cue the music with our visual customization. Cue the music now, please. Okay, we have pretty much customized the shit out of this car to make it so it goes all the way down to heat level 1. And we already have all the performance upgrades we can fit on this thing, as I will show you again just before we leave and go racing Ronnie. I needed a minute or so to remember that. Yep. And the supercharger Yep, that's already fitted. Okay, we are good. We've got everything we need. Now let's go and race Ronald McCrea. So, just gonna head back to the safe house, so I save the game again, and so you do not have to see me customize and unheat this car again. That was pun intended, by the way. Unheat, by the way, refers to me dropping this thing down to the bottom in terms of its heat level. Anyway, let's go. You're close. Keep holding it down to challenge Ronnie. And after going through many trials and tribulations to get the remaining milestones, now we can actually go and race Ronnie, as we have got 2 circuit races and a sprint race, as we're heading to Bay Bridge, Seaside and Lennox, and Camden Tunnel. Okay, for the third to last time on the blacklist, here we go. So we begin our race with Ronnie, as I slammed straight into him immediately. And it wasn't through any fault of my own either, he simply just cut me off. Or he just cut across me. And already he's in trouble. However, I doubt he's going to be there for very long. I really want to get that Aston Martin if possible, because I have definitely struggled mightily to get to this point. And also because, well, if I don't eventually manage to get that Aston Martin, then, well, I will be pretty upset with myself because of how much I had to struggle just to get there. Plus, didn't happen. Even though it kind of did happen, but whatever. I'm gonna make sure I scrap that one mistake from this race once I catch back up to Ronnie. Also, this roof scoop actually goes really well with this car. I actually did not think the Airstream roof scoop was going to go as well as it did. Damn it. God, that section of pillars is really hard to navigate your way through. And Ronnie has once again hit the wall. However, he's not going to stay back there very long. Yeah, by the way, did I mention how well this roof scoop actually goes with this car? As in, it actually goes really well with my rides. At least I think it does. It's honestly a chef's kiss because of just how well it goes with the Viper period. And stepping on the brakes this time. And also, the other reason why I keep telling myself to go for all of the blacklist cars is, well, because I did prove it was possible to get 100% by playing through Need for Speed Underground 2. Something that, aside from me, very few gamers have managed to do, at least with the console versions of Underground 2. Very few people have managed to prove, of course, that 100% in Underground 2 is possible. At least that's prior to me. Honestly, with as many pillars as there are on that start-finish straight away, it's almost impossible to fully navigate your way around without slamming into at least one of those pillars. It's almost like you're working your way through a maze when you're right there on the dock side. Or the side of the docks, I should say. It's almost impossible to fully work your way through those pillars without thinking you're going to crash. And I know that because that's happened to me once before. Plus it's also because, well, with my Blacklist progress, I have pretty much come too far now to stop trying to win every single Blacklist car in this game. Plus I also know in the portable version of this game, Most Wanted 510, you basically get the Blacklist cars anyway by default, because you basically just win them. I get why they included mystery. I almost lost, but at the same time I somehow won. I did not think Ronnie was gonna be that close to snatching it from me. But then again, I basically led for most of the way, and because of that, I actually won. Anyway, those are my stats, and now we can move on to race 2. And Ronnie's top speed in the end was 201. And we both had the same average speed. I had 4 traffic collisions, whereas Ronnie had just the 1. And my best lap time was a 126.6. Meanwhile, Ronnie's best lap time was a 124.7. So, even though I shouldn't have won that race, I somehow did win that race, against all the odds. And now, I have got to go and hit the John, so, again, I'll be back. 1 down, 2 to go, as we now head over to Seaside and Lennox. And as I also take a sip from my drink. Okay, here we go. It's gonna be close. Can I come back? No, I cannot. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, I was probably a little too greedy with the throttle there. I pretty much called it when I said anything could happen, and well, that's precisely what did happen. I did okay for most of the race, until basically I drilled pretty much into a dump truck as well as a fire truck, and that was basically what killed my race in the end. I had a good run before I got distracted, and then basically it was the two trucks that pretty much assassinated my run. Right before the 90% mark, I believe. Or somewhere right before then. Okay. And hitting another car. That was almost a disaster, but I somehow went around it. And I did not think that was actually going to work, but it somehow did. I basically barged a pickup truck into Ronnie, and that actually slowed him down as a result. I did not think that was going to work, but I'm so glad it did work. And as a result, I now lead. So here's to hoping we can actually be successful. As I use another pursuit breaker, Ronnie obviously doesn't fall for it. I'm now leading by less than 2 seconds. Really got to make sure I keep my mistakes to a minimum this time. And make sure to dodge the bullets instead of going straight into them. I really don't want this run to be killed off the same way my previous run was. And it does not. I wind up winning in the end by a comfortable margin. By 8.5 seconds over Ronnie, I believe. And my top speed was 169. Nice. Whereas Ronnie's top speed was 175. And yep, nearly 8.5 seconds. I was clearly faster than Ronnie was on my second attempt. Still, we were so closely matched in that first race. But anyway, let's now get on with Camden Tunnel. Our third and final race with Ronnie. So here we go. One more race. And then we will have beaten Ronnie. And this time I do get the perfect launch. And once again we are in the same Rockport docks we were in before. As I go straight through the boat arch. And now, providing we manage to get the Aston Martin on our first try, which is not guaranteed by the way. And that's one of those occasions where the inside lane is faster than the outside. And I slam into the arrows, but that's okay, because I manage to get myself in a strong position. So we have to try and see if we can move forwards, and Ronnie is not too far ahead of us. So this is where things are going to get interesting as Ronnie spins out. I almost drill into his grill. Hey, that actually rhymes. But I do manage to miss him, and now it looks like Ronnie is stationary. However, I will not be fooled by where he is positioned, because he will get out. You can count on it. I have been fooled by blacklist members making mistakes like that before, and I was not even close to making the turn that time, unlike last time. But either way, the snack is now leading over the Aston. And here's to hoping we can keep it that way. So I have now established that the inside lane is the preferred lane from here. And I now hit a top speed of 204 and slamming into those same arrow barriers again. But we are doing good. And here is to hoping that we can keep this momentum going for the rest of this one. Me and my pink Dodge Viper lead as we're heading towards the end of lap 2 here at Camden Tunnel. Here's to hoping I can hold him off as I take a short shoot. Got one little chicane to go, a little bit of oversteer on the outside using boost, and there we go. I win with a time of 3 minutes 11. Just beating Ronnie to the line right before he snatched it. And Ronnie's top speed in the end was 182. Meanwhile, my top speed was 204. And I had an average speed of 115. And I won in the end by 1.5 seconds. Flat. Ronnie had an average speed of 112, and he had 2 traffic collisions. Meanwhile, I also had traffic collisions. And Ronnie clearly went balls out on the second lap, as he set a 127. Meanwhile, my best lap time wasn't really that much quicker than the first lap. But whatever. We are done, and we get another 60 grand. So here's to hoping we can successfully get the Aston Martin DB9. Or if we don't, then we'll just have to keep trying until we do get there. Okay. Okay, let's see if this works. Yeah, we got it! Let's go! I did not think I was gonna get the Aston on my first try. I'm so glad that worked. And now, I think for this... yeah, let's get a unique performance upgrade for the Aston Martin whilst we're at it. And we get a tyre upgrade. You know what? Yeah, I'm happy with that. I did not think I was going to be successful on my first try, but here we are. And now we are into the top 3 of the blacklist. As our next opponent is Toru Sato, also known as Bull. And he will be our next rival on the blacklist once we are done with the racing. So, next time on Need for Speed Most Wanted, Toru Sato.